Yo, what's up? We are here, another Alliance Way Gear Guide review 2022, and in front of me is the 2022 Ronix One Blackout. So the Ronix One has been around for a long time, almost a decade probably. I first started on a One back in the day when Ronix first started, like 07, 08. So it's really cool to see this board progress through the years. And in the past, you've had the Ronix One Time Bomb, but now in front of us, we've got the Ronix One Blackout. And now, to make it simple for you, Ronix is kind of secretive about what's in the Blackout, which is, I think pretty cool. But the main differences, here are the Blackout is a little bit lighter, so, that's a plus, but also you get more feeling. The RXT for Mossy came out and they introduced the Blackout core, and that board had a lot more feeling going on. So they obviously got the response from everybody else, wanted to try it in the One, and obviously between Nic Rapa and Danny, I think they liked, what was going on with this core, so they threw it in the Ronix One, giving it the Ronix One Blackout. The main difference between the two of them is the Time Bomb is gonna be more, abrupt and just kind of be more aggressive on the pop, to where this Blackout board is gonna be more feeling, a little bit more forgiving. The shape on this board is a 3-stage rocker. That's what the Ronix One has always been. You can obviously see on the side profile that the 3-stage is very apparent. The Ronix One has always been known for just having really massive aggressive pop, straight up pop. It's always been known for that. The past reviews we've done, it's become very apparent. As far as what's on the bottom going on here though, you've got nothing in the belly. It's nice and flat and smooth, but then, you come out to the tails and you start getting into some channels just to help flow that water out, because it is a 3-stage rocker board. And I will say that this board, compared to a continuous rocker board, it's gonna be slower. So, I did have to figure out how much more speed I had to edge into the wake to make sure I had enough speed to get across the wake. But that's typical with any 3-stage board. You gotta sacrifice the pop for the speed. So that's, the same here. I really like the graphic on this, real simple. Got a little camo feel, but just nice plain white board. It looks really clean. Now that you kind of know what goes into this board, let's check out the categories. What we're gonna look at is tracking. When we do tracking, we go 1 through 10. 1 meaning it's super loose, out of control. 10 means it's really, really locked in. And for the Ronix One, we went with a 7. You do have the fins, you do have a little channels in the back. I feel like, when you take this board on edge and it really locks in just based on the rocker and just the way that this board sits in the water, it definitely likes to stay on edge and it doesn't get squirrely on you. So that's why it's at a 7. The next thing we're gonna look at is speed. We go 1 through 10. 1 meaning it's very, very slow. 10 meaning it's really, really fast. Now for this board right here, it came in at a 5.5 on the scale. And that is because, like I said before, it is a 3-stage rocker. Typically with 3-stage, you're gonna sacrifice the speed. And that's the same case here. But it's nothing that you can't get through. But if you're coming from a continuous board, you're gonna have to learn to just edge a little bit harder and a little bit more through the wake to get yourself across the wake. But at the same time, when you get that, you get the nice pop. So, sacrifices. Speaking on the pop, we go 1 through 10 as well. 1 is no pop, 10 is a lot of pop. Like I was saying, you sacrifice the speed, but you get the pop. And that's why this board comes in at an 8 on the scale. I think that, it was very consistent pop. It was there every time I needed it, and it was pretty abrupt, which is nice. You kind of get that straight up abrupt pop. So as long as you have that speed, you're gonna go to the moon and you're gonna have a good time. Now typically with a 3-stage board, you have the pop, but they're not as fast on the water, so some of those landings can be abrupt. I would say that, it's just like this with this board, but at the same time, the landings are really soft. I think that Blackout core helps it. You get a lot more feeling under your feet. So for that, we're gonna give this thing a 7 out of 10 on the landings. The last category we like to check out is swing weight. And this is how the board rotates. If you're feeling the board underneath your feet, is it hard to bring around? So 1 is very difficult to bring around the board. It's just heavy, from the tip and tail. and 10 is it's super light and it's not apparent. The Ronix One Blackout came in at an 8. I think that it's a very thin profile, so there's not too much weight on the tip and tail, and of course it's already a really light core, so between those two things, and this is only 142, so it's not the biggest board on your feet as well, so just all those things make it super easy to bring the board around. Yeah guys, so this board does have a lot of pop. If you're looking for the latest technology in Ronix, this is what they have to offer. The Blackout core, I think, has a really good feeling underneath your feet. You'll definitely tell the difference between this and the Time Bomb. So if you're looking for that upgrade, this could be it for you. If you guys are wanting to know a little bit more that goes into these boards, or compare and contrast to other, the Time Bomb, or see all the other boards they have to offer, just head over to ronixwake.com to check them out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the new reviews that we've got coming out. I'm Cole, and I'll see you on the next one.